Hello, welcome back to another video series that I'm going to be doing called my CD collection. It's going to be broken up into various parts. Um, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So first up we have Tupac with Tupacalypse Now, released in '91. This is his debut album. Um, Singles off here are Brenda's Got a Baby, If My Homie Calls, and um, can't remember the other one. What was it? Trapped. Um, Features of this album are Pogo, Stretch, and Angelique. Um, this is a very, very dope album. Top songs on here for me were Trapped, I Don't Give a Fuck, Brenda's Got a Baby, Crooked Ass, The Lunatic, and Part-Time Mother. There were no worse songs on here. Overall, very dope album. 10 out of 10. Tupacalypse Now by Tupac, released in '91. Very dope album. And next up, we got his second album uh, with Strictly For My, released in '93. Sorry. Um, Features of here are Ice Cube, Ice T, Wicked, Live Squad, and Apache. This album was definitely not a good follow up. I reckon Me Against the World is better than this, which is the album after this. But yeah, the top songs on here for me that I did like are Holler If You Hear Me, Point the Finger. Is that what it's called? Point the Finger? Yep. Last Words, Soldier's Revenge, Struggling, and Keep Your Head Up. Worst songs were Peep Game, Strictly For My, I Get Around, and Puppet Song. Overall, I only liked 6 out of the 16 songs, which is not really worth it. 6 out of 10. This is regarded as Tupac's worst album. So yeah, Strictly For My by Tupac, released in 91. 93, sorry. Um, Next up, we got Tupac with Me Against the World, released in 95. Features off here are Dramatical or Dramacidal. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that name. Richie Rich. And yeah, those were the only features off here by the look of it. Singles off here, I'm blanking out. Dear Mama, So Many Tears, and Temptations. Um, Very good album. Another 10 out of 10 album. Smooth music. Top songs on here for me were If I Die Tonight, Me Against the World, So Many Tears, Temptations. Young Ends, Heavy in the Game, Lord Knows, and Dear Mama. No Worse Songs again. Very, very dope album. Tupac with Me Against the World, released in 95. Slightly going to change the track. Alright. Yeah. Next up is All Eyez On Me by Tupac. Again, released in 96. It's his fourth studio album, and from what I can remember, it was the last one that he released during his lifetime. Singles were California Love, Two of America's Most Wanted, Only God Can Judge Me. No, that wasn't a single. How Do You Want It and I Ain't Mad at You. The album is a great way to go out and would definitely put this in top 10 gangster albums of all time. I'm not going to go through all the top songs on here because there are too many, but some stand out to me as Ambitions as a Writer, Two of America's Most Wanted, All About You, Scandalous, Rather Be Your N, All Eyez On Me, and Ain't Hard to Find. Worst songs would be Got My Mind Made Up, Trading, War Stories, and Run the Streets. Overall, a little too long for my liking, as it is a 2-disc album, and from what I can remember, this was the only 2-discer. No. Yeah, it was the only 2-discer in his lifetime. The other ones were after his death. Very, very dope album. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Very, very dope. All Eyez On Me by Tupac, released in 96. I must apologise also for the repetitiveness of this video, and part 2 is going to be the same, obviously with different CDs, but it's going to be repetitive, just a warning. So in 97, after his death, Are You Still Down, Remember Me was released, and yeah, it's very I love this album, but it wasn't as good as the 7-Day Theory, which is not in this collection, but it will be in another video. Singles off here were, I can't read it off here, but singles were Do You Do For Love and I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto. Top songs on here for me, again, I'm not going to go through all of them, but Open Fire, Are You Still Down, uh, Hellraiser Style, Thug Style, um, Let Them Things Go, Definition of a Thug, Ready for Whatever, Hold On, Hold On, Be Strong, I'm Losing It, Do For Love, Enemies With Me, Nothing But Love, 16 on Death Row, which was the label that he was a part of at the time. When I Get Free 2, and Only Fear of Death. Worst songs were I'm Getting Money, um, When I Get Free 1, Fake Ass, Bitches, and I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto hip hop version. There were two versions of that song. Very, very dope album, but not as good as the other ones. 8 out of 10. Very, very dope. Are You Still Down? Remember Me, released in 97. I don't know why I keep saying 20s when it's the 90s that these albums were released. In 2002, there was Better Dayz. Yeah, let me fix up the camera. There was Better Dayz, released in 2002, and this was obviously much like the 7 Day Theory, Are You Still Down, Until the End of Time, and all the rest these were obviously posthumously released. Um, this is a very good album, nice and relaxing. Singles were Thugs Mention, which was also Thugs Mention. There's two versions of it on here. There's the regular and the Nas acoustic version, which was also on God's Son, which is Nas's album. I don't know why. But anyway, that was a single. Still Ballin'. The album features appearances by The Outlaws, Ron Isley, Nas, like I said, Maya, Jazzy Farr, and Tyrese, among others. The hit single Thugs Mention has two versions. The acoustic version featuring Nas and Jay Phoenix, which the music video is based on, and a hip hop version featuring Anthony Hamilton. The album is very, very dope. Top songs on here for me would be uh, Still Ballin', Changed Man, Fuck 'Em All. Um, what You Gonna Do, Late Night. Is that it? No, it was Ghetto Star, Thugs Mansion, Acoustic, My Block remix, Thugs Mansion, the hip hop version, um, Better Dayz, and you can call Fame and Changing Feelings. Worst songs were when we can ride when we ride out on our enemies. Uh, Mum is just a little girl. Never Call You Bitch Again, and Fair Exchange remix. Overall, nice and relaxing. 8 out of 10. There we go. Fix up the camera. Um, so yeah, Better Dayz by Tupac, released in 2002. And last up for the Tupac releases, we have uh, Tupac releases in this collection at least. We have Loyal to the Game, released in 2004. This was heavily produced by Eminem. He's also featured on it. Um, Features include Eminem, G Unit, Castro, Noble, Nate Dogg, Jadakiss, Obi Trice, and yeah. Um, don't believe there was any singles for this. Yeah, Thugs Get Lonely Too and Ghetto Gospel were the features, the singles of here. Um, Top songs on here for me were the Upcut, Out on Bail, Ghetto Gospel, Black Cotton, Loyal to the Game, uh, What Do You Love, Don't You Trust Me, Hennessy, and Thugs for Life. Worst songs were Soldier Like Me, um, and Ends, and Crooked Ed 2. Overall, pleased but confused. Um, 7.5 out of 10. I just really didn't. I liked it, but it was a bit yeah, because it was very confusing. Um, just let me go and change the track. All right. Next up, we have some Australian hip hop with 360, starting off with 360 anyway, with What You See Is What You Get, released in 2008. This is his debut album. Uh, Features of here were DJ A Style, Jalistics, Jeremy, Oso, and Pez. Um, I really enjoy listening to it. Uh, Top songs on here for me were What You See Is What You Get, the title track. Um, How good, beautiful place. Don't worry about how it looks. So fake. No, so fake was uh, top song. The other one wasn't. Um, Tormented Kid, Mamma Mia. Worst songs would probably be Bedroom Booming, Bedroom Jamming. Uh, subtle ways of suicide and take me for granted. Very very dope. 8 out of 10. 360 with What You See Is What You Get, released in 2008. Next up, we have his second album, released in 2011, titled Falling and Flying. Um, Features of here would be Pez, Josh Pike, and Gosling, and Far. Singles off here would be, as far as I'm aware, the only one was Boys Like You. Top songs on here for me would be The Takeoff, I'm Okay, Child, Boys Like You, Falling and Flying, Killer, Run Alone, Meant to Do, Miracle in a Costume. The worst song would be um, Just Got Started. Yeah, very, very dope. Um, Falling and Flying by 360, released in 2011. Um, nope, that one's not it. Next up, we have Utopia, released in 2014. Features of this one: Pez, Daniel Johns, Gosling, Chris Chenry, Luna C, Miracle. Top songs on here for me would be Still Rap, You and I, Live It Up, Man on the Moon, Purple Waterfall, Price of Fame, Most Must Come Down, uh, Eddie Jones, Spiral Down, and It's All Going to End. The worst song would probably be Break the Rules. Um, I'm trying to get through this in under 30 minutes. But yeah, very, very dope. Singles would be uh, Impossible, Six Valley, and Live It Up. Um, very, very dope album. Utopia by 360, released in 2014. 8 out of 10. Um, Next up, we have Vintage Modern by 360, released in 2017. Singles off here would be, I think, Drugs and Tiny Angel, which is a very emotional song. Features of here would be uh, Taisha or Teacher, I don't know how the hell you pronounce that. Hayne Cooper, Sydney Carter, IE, Pez, Gary Clark, and Seth Sentry. Um, Top songs on here for me would be White Lies, Way Out, Yesterday, Drugs, and Tiny Angel. The worst song would probably be Body Language. Yeah, very, very dope. I'm losing my voice. Very, very dope. 360 with Vintage Modern, released in 2017. And next up, we have Bad Meets Evil, with which is a collaboration group between Royce da 5'9" and Eminem. Um, with Hell the Sequel, released in 2011. Singles off here would be Fast Lane, Lighters, and I think that's the only one. This is the collector's edition, which comes with two tracks, which are Living Proof and Echo. Features off here would be Slaughterhouse, Bruno Mars, and Mike Epps. Top songs on here for me would be Welcome to Hell, Fastlane, The Reunion, Above the Law, Lighters, Loud Noises, and Echo. The worst song would probably be Living Proof and A Kiss. Very, very dope album, EP. Uh, very, very cool. 9 out of 10. Very dope. Hell the Sequel by Bad Meets Evil, released in 2011. Just let me go and change the track. Alright. Uh, Next up, we have Betrayals 1 with Bad Stigmata. This is his debut album, released in 2020. That was a terrible year for everybody. The only feature on here would be MJP, and it's highly recommended. It's a highly recommended album. Uh, Top songs on here would be Stash Spots, um, Decapitation, The Lingo Part 2, and Daggers. The worst songs would be Planetation. Overall, very pleased. 9 out of 10. So, Bad Stigmata by Betrayals 1, released in 2020. Also released in 2020 would be his second album, Bad Stigmata 2, released just a few months afterwards. Featuring verses from uh, MJP, B Hops, Mark Costa, and Cludios, and is definitely a classic favourite. I also don't really like skits, but Are You For Real Radio was hilarious. Top songs on here for me were Deep Stream, Let Me At 'Em, Risky Business, and Rampant. The only worst song was Hold My Cup. Overall, top 10. Uh, Bad Stigmata 2 by Betrayals 1, released in 2011. 20. And to finish off the video, we have his third album, the GA tapes. This is either his third album or his debut mixtape. I'm not sure. But clocking in at 34 minutes, featuring verses from B-Hop's, from VK and MJP Music. He never ceases to amaze me with the releases that he does. Top songs on here for me were Razor Tongue, Laced Papers, Mob Ties featuring MJP. The worst song was Big Leagues. Overall, another banger. Very, very dope. 8 out of 10. Very, very cool. And that's going to do it for the day. I do apologise for the length of this video. I was trying to keep it under 30 minutes, but whatever. And from me also keep looking that way. Because some of these I don't have the track lists on the back of the albums. But yeah, stay well, stay blessed. Look out for part 2. Peace.